Welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast, strategies that help entrepreneurs build reputable and profitable brands. Here's your host, Henry Kaminski Jr.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net and the Brand Doctor Podcast. And today's episode is all about wasted talent. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Bronx Tale, produced by Chaz Palminteri and Robert De Niro. It was produced in like 1993, so it's an oldie but goodie. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely download and watch it. I think I've seen it on Amazon or Netflix at this point. But it has a really, really awesome story to it. And, you know, growing up in New Jersey my entire life, growing up, I've been around some characters in my life, and the story just hits home. And the story was based in the Bronx, New York, and we have some relatives in the Bronx. And you know, it's funny to watch some of the comedy that's in the movie. But anyway, the moral of the story in the Bronx Tale is the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And this resonated with me recently because I was introduced to this guy by the name of Tom, and I recently met Tom and learned quickly that this dude had some real serious talents. He knew SEO, search engine optimization, and geo-targeting like the back of his hand, and he had an awesome ability to be able to teach this in a very, very simplistic manner. But Tom didn't have it easy. In the past, he grew a $7 million business and lost it all. But the thing about Tom was his perseverance was really impressive. I'll be honest with you, if I had made $7 million and lost it all, plus have my wife leave me, go through a vicious divorce, have my kids looking at me like, what the I'm not sure how quickly I'd be able to bounce back. But as Tom told his story, he showcased a tremendous amount of perseverance, and I really admired that. And I was instantly connected with him because, I had to persevere a lot through my entrepreneurial journey as well. So big shout out to Tom for staying strong and keeping it moving. But Tom has a new problem now. So while he was trying to build himself back up, he took a little time off, from his expertise to kind of gather himself. And as he did that, a couple of years went by, and all of these wannabe gurus started surfacing like crazy and began ruining it really for everybody who had a legit business, who truly wanted to serve people, that had a service that actually created a result for people. And now the landscape has changed for Tom. It's not as easy as it was back in 2008 when he first started. And it's crazy. So now everyone is so skeptical. None of us know who to believe anymore. So, with Tom's expertise, it's a lot harder to market now because the competition is so damn cutthroat. Hundreds and thousands of people have been scammed at this point. So who the hell do we believe? So how's Tom going to leverage his expertise and past experiences and share with his audience that he's the real deal? How's Tom going to position himself in his market now? How's Tom going to make a name and legacy for himself and gain the respect back from his children, his friends, his colleagues? It's a sin to see Tom struggling after all this success that he had in the past. It's like he's literally starting from scratch. And I remember that feeling like it was yesterday. It was 2013. I'm sitting in my office. I'm negative $2,500 in my bank account. You guys heard this story before for some of you guys that know me. And I said, dude, it's time to pull the plug and start from scratch. So I remember like how difficult that was. But I had to make it happen. So I just buckled down and just started grinding. But here's the thing with Tom. He doesn't have a logo. He doesn't have a website. He doesn't have a marketing funnel. He has nothing. So in the eyes of Tom's market, Tom doesn't exist. Tom's a ghost. So what Tom does have, though, is just a few cool ideas from building some course that he mentioned to me about, which probably no one's going to buy because who the hell knows Tom anyway, right? Who's this guy Tom? Oh, he's good at SEO. So is hundreds and thousands of other people. Why should I buy from Tom? You know, the point is, time is not infinite. As we get older, it only feels like time goes faster, right? I mean, I'm about to have my firstborn in about 2 weeks, and I could see it now how time is just going to fly by. He's going to be 3 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years, and I'm going to be like, oh, where the frig did the time go? I mean, I could see it now in my business as my business has evolved and grown over the past decade, and you know, I've gotten to help so many entrepreneurs, but I look at my days and they go by so fast because they're so blocked out. And I'm like, when am I going to do what I want to do, you know, with my life? And when am I going to take action? So I always say to myself, like, now's the time. If you're feeling it today, Henry, you got to make it happen today, right? Because we're honestly not promised tomorrow. And what if tomorrow books up? You know what I mean? So anyway, the only shot Tom really has is to realize that his true talents are sellable and he can break through all the noise and create a brand and showcase his authority, his credibility, his expertise. Or otherwise, he's going to be perceived as just another wannabe guru trying to make a quick buck. And here's the thing. Tom is a talented dude. He's been in the game for close to a decade now. He's got the experience. He's been there and got the t-shirt, right? But I'm not sure if Tom is going to make the right decision. And the saddest thing in life, like the Bronx Tale said, is wasted talent. You can't build a successful brand off of some cool course that you think people are going to buy from a complete stranger. Tom has his work cut out for him, and time's only going to tell if whether or not Tom is going to be able to rise above or blend in like everybody else. So will he do the foundational work that needs to be done to build the long-lasting brand he wishes to build for his legacy, or will he try skipping ahead like all the other wishful thinking wannabe gurus out there that are trying to skip ahead to step 15 when you should be really working on step 1? So here's the deal, guys. If you're stuck and you're looking for a framework that's going to help build a solid brand and connect you with the people who you truly want to help so that you can be trusted and they will buy from you over and over and over and over again, I have a solution. See, I've been building brands for the past 10 years for entrepreneurs, so I know what needs to be done first, second, third. And I developed a really, really cool service. You guys, a lot of you guys that are watching or listening and knowing me over the past few months, I've come up with a really cool service called the Brand Audit. It's a 30-minute consultation with me one-on-one, and I really dive into your brand deep, and I see what's working, what's not working, and I figure out how we can prescribe a plan to help you take your business to the next level. There's no reason to be attracting the wrong clients anymore. Enough's enough. So if you guys are interested in the Brand Audit, I'll leave the link below in the show notes. And, you know, I strongly invite you and advise you to take that first step and stop trying to spin your wheels, trying to figure out all this branding stuff on your own. Because I tell you what, if you fix the foundational and the fundamental things, everything else will be a lot easier. So there you have it, guys. Another episode of the Brand Doctor podcast. If you haven't already, please leave a review. Please share this. Please subscribe. I'm coming to you almost every single day with as much value as I could possibly bring you to help you take your brand to the next level. So have an awesome day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Brand Doctor Podcast with Henry Kaminski Jr. To get your appointment with the doctor, visit Brand Audit at www.uniquedesignz.net.